Some landscapes contain artwork, statues, boulders, or other specialty features that require additional attention. Let's take a look at some techniques to highlight these specialty items.
So this is the backyard of the pool house area.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah, nice, open, spacious backyard. A lot of good lighting opportunities back here.
Yeah, it is. What about here in the middle?
Here we have some artwork that the homeowner wanted to make sure that we highlighted. They really like this metal sculpture, so we put a number of lights highlighting that. Yeah, so here we have some of the artwork these statues here. Okay. And during our design consultation with the customer, this is something she mentioned they wanted to highlight, and so we were able to just use some simple uplighting, kind of wash the face and the side of the body of each of these statues here.
Great. I noticed you raised up the light source. Why did you need to do that?
Well, because in this area, as you can see, there's some tall grasses, and they are a little bit seasonal, but what we found is when we originally had them installed, they were getting lost in there, so we needed to raise them up on these post mounts.
Yeah, we have a lot of raising options. A lot of contractors will choose that option, whether it's a PVC mounted option, a post mounted option, or even a variable height version, especially for seasonal purposes.
Yeah, it's great to know. I mean, something like the variable height might be a really nice solution for this particular property, since this does tend to change.
Now, I noticed you used the amber lens on this series of statues, but on the other parts of the property you used the clear lens for a much cooler color temperature. Why the difference?
Yeah, in certain, certain things respond well to the amber lens and certain things respond well to the clear lens, but because of the color of these, we felt like to get that nice warm soft glow on them, we definitely wanted to go with the amber lens on these ones.
Looks nice. Now, what was the homeowner's goal for the lighting effect for these statues when standing at their main viewing area?
Yeah, so due to the number of these and kind of the formation that they're in, we're able to create a nice break here in the yard, because just on the other side of this there's a parking area, and although that does have some lighting, it's not really something you want to see from the back patio. Right. So we made sure that we made a nice clean break here with some artistic lighting here.
And my last question is on the center portion right here with the other larger sculpture. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this sculpture was actually added later in the project. We didn't really anticipate it, but we already had infrastructure in the area, and so we were able to add a few more lights. And that's the great thing about using LED. It always keeps the loads down, and so you're able to add lights usually in most areas without too much extra work.
So in the back of the property here, we had some pretty cool spots that we could light.
Okay. We have.
And this is kind of more of a specialty feature because we have a flagpole that's kind of cool. And of course we got to put a light on a flag, right? Of course. And then we've got the giraffe back here. So it's some landscape art that we have, and not every property has that, right? So they kind of had it off in the back, and we thought, well, gosh, why do we put a light on that too? So there's a couple different ways that we could do it. So we've got an FB uplight on the back of the fence post here, and that gives us a location for the flag. And then the giraffe, the garden art, we were able to downlight from a high vantage point up here off the palm tree.
Perfect.
And that gives us a nice little stage lighting effect on the giraffe.
So what effect does it create when you have a combination of uplighting and downlighting on different pieces right next to each other?
Well, it kind of gives it a nice depth and dimension. I mean, you're going to see the flag, it's just going to kind of pop out of nowhere. And then in the long distance, it kind of elongates the art a little bit, because we have the garden art now. That's part of the exhibit too. So it's kind of a nice little fun piece that you get to see while you're walking through the garden.
I love that you've had these two specialty items. It's great that you mixed it up with the design elements of it, and I'm sure it's going to look fabulous at night.
Yeah.
Specialty items are usually very personal to the owner and should be treated as such. Using uplights to accent a statue or boulder can add substance and significance to an area. Specialty items are a great way to highlight with an alternate color temperature from the standard being used in the rest of the landscape. While the whole site may be illuminated with a warm color temperature, a cool white might really add drama to a statue. Larger items are complemented well by wall washes for a softer, wider light distribution. When convenient, downlighting is a great way to highlight special pieces. Keep these techniques in mind the next time you find a specialty item in your project. For more resources, go to fxl.com.